Welcome back to the show, everybody. It may be Saturday and the market may be down, but we have got lots to talk about. The Digital Pound Foundation talking about an ESDR pegged to a stable coin. We all know the discussions about XRP being a stable coin as well. We also have an incredible clip from you to listen to from Linda P. Jones and Jimmy Vallee about the G7 already agreed on an XRP future price. That and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Dig Perspectives at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here today. And give us a follow on TikTok at Digital Perspectives, no spaces. Lots of great highlight reels and clips there. $1.278 trillion market cap for crypto. We're off by 0.4%. Good morning. It is June 4th, 2022. Bitcoin is 29,600 plus. Ethereum still 1,700 plus currently right now. XRP at the number 6 spot is 38 cents. And I just bought some yesterday and today. Don't tell Mrs. Backup. Shout out to Charles Hoskinson. Cardano is at 55 cents this morning. 39 cents on Fiat Link. We're ranging between 38 and 39 cents. If the price goes down, you're welcome. Because as I said, every time I buy, it seems to go down a little bit. 650 million XRP moved, and it wasn't me, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know what's going on with the screen currently right now, but hopefully it comes back. This is the life of a YouTuber right here, ladies and gentlemen. One sec. There it is. 650 million XRP moved by Ripple Anon wallets. And it says some lumps carried at 130 to 210 million. It wasn't me, but I tell you, I believe that this is all for on-demand liquidity. Again, I remind people, if the retail trading stopped on the things that you're invested in, would it continue to work and grow and function? And that's one of the beautiful things I like about XRP. Here we see rotating blackouts. This jammed me up right here. And why is everything wanting to reload here? This just gave me like a, what in the world? I saw this from Gold Telegraph, who does great reporting, and it says, breaking news, federal energy officials are warning that a power grid in the central United States could be forced to impose rotating blackouts on some of the hottest days of the summer due to rising demand and plant retirements. Say what? Then he says, have some assets offline. I say, I'm with you all the way on that one. Now, this is Senator Loomis, Bitcoin Maxi, says, we've been teasing it for months, but the time is almost here. A proposal to fully integrate digital assets into our financial system. Excited to finally unveil this effort next week. Stay tuned. Oh, we will, Senator Loomis. And I hope that you have the kind of legislation that's proposed that works to bring innovation for the entire crypto space forward and not just Bitcoin. We shall see. Let's take a look at this now. CNBC, crypto firms say thousands of digital currencies will collapse. Compare market to early .com days. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of blockchain company Ripple, said there is likely to be scores of cryptocurrencies that remain in the future. Now, look, we know Brad has said this in the past, but I want to show you something. Brad has said many times that he believes that only a few cryptocurrencies will survive in the long term. Now, I think at one point he even said 99% of cryptos will probably go away. Maybe that number is not quite 99%, but I think there'll be, obviously, look, there's 19,000 plus cryptocurrencies right now. We don't have 19,000 use cases, right? That's therein lies a lot of that problem right there. But when we're talking about use cases, we're talking about the different currencies of the world, whether they be fiat currencies backed by the government or whether we're talking about cryptocurrencies or stable coins or CBDC, whatever version of money we're talking about, we got to be prepared for the next thing that will be moved forward, right? And one of the things that we see happening right here, this is from Linda P. Jones, interesting that Japan mentioned gold as a possible asset-backed stable coin. Thank you for tagging me in this. In the wake of Terra USD collapse, a swift action by Japan could help restore the confidence of crypto. A stable coin is a type of cryptocurrency, we know that, value tied to an outside asset such as US dollar or gold to stabilize the price. And once one does it, once one central bank does it, it's going to throw the whole monetary system into a topsy-turvy. Right? That's the problem. There are instances, which I won't get into, in years past where countries were like, we're going back on the gold standard. And next thing you know, that leader's not alive anymore. Do a little history search. You'll see it yourself. This is the part we want to get into right here, ladies and gentlemen, from Adam Hewood. Shout out to you, Adam, for this. They are suggesting at the Digital Pound Foundation a stable coin pegged to the SDR. I have been having a conversation for quite a while about the idea that XRP could grow into the role of a stable coin or even bigger of a role of a global stable coin. And this certainly could be a path to such a conversation here. Now, let me just bring you some of this right here for you to see. There's 4 different types of stable coins. There's fiat-backed stable coins, commodity-backed stable coins, crypto-backed stable coins, and algorithmic backed stable coins like US Terra that just collapsed recently a few weeks ago. Now, looking at this, I wanted to show you this. It says, how do we make stable coins stable? Some of the stable coins, specifically those both the Great British Pound pegged and systemically important, there's that phrase that we see, right, will in the future constitute private digital pound, much in the same way that commercial bank money today constitutes private money in the UK. We recognize that the other stable coins will continue to exist and new ones will be launched. Not all will be pegged to a single fiat currency, and we may still see some fairly exotic structures emerge. While regulators may determine what is systemically important, it's ultimately the degree of uptake by users that makes something systemically important. So the demand for it, right? However, we don't anticipate that all stablecoins will be systemically important or that we will have the same risk profile or require the same degree of regulatory oversight. Now listen to this. A stablecoin pegged to the IMF's SDR, the special drawing right, for example, that is fully asset-backed and used in a closed system of industry participants to transfer value from one to another, may not have the same risk profile as a future tether issued British pound tether that is used by the general public at scale. This does not exist at present, but it could. This is the Digital Pound Foundation. Susan Friedman from Ripple on the Digital Pound Foundation. How far are we from the conversation being real now? Yeah, I catch a lot of heat over this kind of talk, right, for a lot of years. But I tell you this, the Digital Pound Foundation is now touching on this talk, and we know Susan Friedman is a part of that conversation as well. Then there was that was just an extra tab. Sorry about that. But I wanted to show you this is what Adam originally tagged me in. So thank you, Adam, for that. But now I want to take the conversation and put it in context because the Digital Pound Foundation is discussing a peg stablecoin to the SDR, right? Multi-asset backed stablecoin for the SDR using something like, I'm going to speculate, XRP. Sure, let's speculate on it. But here is a conversation from Linda P. Jones and Jimmy Vallee. Recently sat down at her podcast. You can listen to the whole thing there, discussing his idea and understanding that the G7 already agreed on a future XRP price when they discussed the principles for the CBDC system that they put together. And he talks about how he believes the case will end. You need to hear every bit of this clip, and shout out to the both of them for a great conversation. Take a listen.
I was on a trip back. The G7 met and agreed to 16 principles for CBDCs, right? Central banks, digital currencies.
The G7 countries met and laid out.
They laid out
the rules for central bank digital currencies.
16 principles of central bank digital currencies, how they were going to be and how they were going to interact with each other. G7 did that October 8th, 2021. Same day I'm on the plane. I had predicted 8 months before that there could be a deal done, there could be an agreement struck among people like the G7 that they would come to some type of arrangements to start trading in digital currencies. I published the article in a tweet. I tweeted out the article, the G7, and then my very next tweet was, "It's done. Congratulations to all." Because after I published the articles, I was sitting there thinking and reading through again the 16 principles. I was like, okay, do you think that they came up with an agreement on these 16 principles and they don't know what the price is going to be? Of course they do.
Yeah.
Price is the first thing that you agree to in any transaction. You don't even keep talking unless you got an agreement on what the price is.
Okay. So let's talk about the lawsuit. You mentioned that you're very familiar with the Howey test. What do you think the outcome of the lawsuit is going to be?
Well, I'd like to say if people actually follow the law, there is only one obvious conclusion. That's XRP is not a security, and the SEC is going to basically lose categorically across the board. I think probably at its current pace, probably the Ripple summary judgment on the fair notice defense, which is a little more into the technicalities about, things that were in the market prior to the lawsuit, things that, that we in our due diligence knew about, like that Ripple had a settlement agreement with FinCEN back in 2015, where FinCEN said that XRP was a virtual currency.
That's right. FinCEN did do that.
Yeah. Things like Chris Giancarlo and his colleague from Wilkie Farr had published a full analysis of XRP, applying the Howey test to it, and had come to the conclusion XRP was not a security. Our own analysis, the Bill Hinman speech that basically was market guidance. The American Bar Association says market guidance. Every major law firm, Latham Watkins, Cravath, Skadden Arps, every major big law firm had written papers or written, client alerts analyzing and had basically said, Bill Hinman's speech provides guidance to kind of all digital assets. If you're quote unquote decentralized enough, we now understand that's decentralization is not a piece, has nothing to do with a Howey test, right? When they were looking at, the securities that covered the orange grove, the concept of decentralization was not a concept, right? That's something that the SEC and Bill Hinman made up in 2018. They just made it up. Just like made up a new prong and poked Bitcoin and Ethereum through it, and then basically closed the door on everybody else. But
Ripple has done everything by the book and, deserves kudos for putting up with all of this garbage, all these insults, as you say, that have been hurled at them unfairly, so much disinformation, misinformation, plain out lies that just are not true about Ripple, which brings me to the question. You and I have both invested in Ripple stock. Why are you an investor in Ripple when they are under a lawsuit right now?
The Ripple equity, we think, is a great deal because they're a company that's on the leading edge of the digital asset movement. I mean, we talked earlier about moving, kind of from the internet to the internet of value, and we can all, I think, see the paradigm shifting, they're the best company at what they do. I mean, we realize that, they are providing, software engineering, type services to heavily regulated banking industries and other payment transmission providers at a very high level and doing it very well. I mean, the results speak for themselves. It's like 8x year-over-year growth in ODL. You've got 95% of the growth is outside the United States. The company is doing extremely well. We already have alluded to our belief in management team.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's an incredible conversation between the two of them. I want to thank them for it. They're not the only ones that are also into Ripple Private Equity. This guy is too. And if you want to get some, you can get some by clicking the link underneath the video for link2.com. Private investing made simple. And let me tell you something. Yes, you have to be accredited, but if you're not, click that link, download that app. Link2 is working on so many incredible new things that they are going to bring, and it may take a few months, but you're going to want, first of all, the free information they have on all these blockchain companies that are behind what's happening in this digital asset space for free, and not too long from now, they intend to do an offering that will include non-accredited investors. Get that app, click that link. I'll catch all of you on the next one.